Now on this first batch, don't get too concerned with it being very thick. We will be doing multiple layers of rebound. And for those of you at home who are doing the same thing I'm doing today, I cannot work without music in the background. So we are listening to my antique radio. Go ahead and turn this around. Oh, it's movie magic, yes. Always work on a movable surface. That makes it so much easier to do molding. As you can see, instead of having to pick up and move my model, this is a simple microwave cart that has allowed me to turn around and finish the other side. Just a handy dandy tip from those of us who are lazy. I'm pretty sure there's not a lazier person on the forum than me. So I would rather do another mold, a third gen mold as we're calling this. I'd rather make a whole nother mold than continue to sand every single helmet that I pump out. Which is good for everybody, because that ensures the best quality pull and gives a wide variety of options. Now I have a battle damage helmet mold and a non-battle damage helmet mold, which means that when I make my battle damages, I don't have to actually nick and grind those. And when I make my newbie helmet with no dings and no damages, I won't have to sand it anymore. So, just one more example of how laziness, regardless of what they tell you in school or your mother has said to you on multiple occasions, laziness is a good thing.
It's pretty unbelievable how much food comes with Sonic's chicken strip dinner and drink deal.
I know, it's probably the most unbelievable thing ever.
Now we are
Wow, what was that?
almost done with our mold here.
More unbelievable than chicken strips and fries and Texas toast.
I think we've done this in a pretty time-saver manner. I'm hoping that this is under 10 minutes. Otherwise, I will have to divide this into 2 movies
You know what? 3 ducks and a chainsaw.
for
That'd be
YouTube.
unbelievable.
There's no pleasing you.
$3.99 chicken strip dinner and drink. Now at Sonic. All white meat chicken strips.
So just a
fries,
little
Texas
bit
toast, and
more down here on the face, the chin, and my wife has decided that the radio was distracting for you guys, so she turned it off. That doesn't dramatically affect my job performance here, but like I said earlier, I just work better with the radio on. Now, some of the things you might be noticing on that other side is the really nasty, sticky, ooey gooey, snotty consistency of this Rebound 25. Oh, thank you, baby. Is starting to self-level. which makes your mold not only aesthetically pleasing, but it actually makes your mother mold easier to put on because it's not all bumpy. Now we're going to go on to layer 2 in about an hour. When we get to layer 2, all these drips that are coming down, you're going to want to snip those off. Just use standard scissors because by the time, usually I wait about an hour and a half. You really only have to wait about an hour. In between layers, but at about an hour and a half it gets to where it's thick enough to where when you're clipping off your drips, they tend not to stick to your scissors as much. And as previously discussed, I'm very lazy. I don't like to unstick stuff from stickers. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick look around, make sure that everything is covered. And it is. Now I still actually have a little bit of material left, so what I'm doing, I have this guy up on a 5 quart bucket so that I can make a nice little lip down here. So with this extra material, I'm shoving it in between the model itself and the lip of the bucket. And that's going to make a nice lip for me to hold on to when I am casting it. I hope you guys can still see this. I didn't actually notice that I pulled it out of the way of the camera. Let's go ahead and shove the rest of this down here. Make sure you get a nice coverage around that bucket. Alright, and that's it. We used only 1 cup of Rebound 25, which is amazing. It has such a good coverage that we got an entire helmet from 1 cup. Now we'll use 1 more cup on the next round with a little 5X to thicken it up, and a final cup after that with a little 5X, and this mold is done. 3 layers will make an entire helmet. You can thank the guys over at Smooth On, and I will put the link up to where you can find this. This is Ben Streeper from 405th and Soaring Hammer, and I'll see you guys in about 2.5 hours with another update.